Digitize and monetize with iEnt Live, the only platform that provides complete digital support for entertainers, promoters, businesses, and entrepreneurs. Leverage our one-stop digital ecosystem that will allow you to promote your music, sell albums, and host paid events, host webinars and sell courses, promote your concerts, sell tickets and live stream events, and market your business or project to generate new customer leads, traffic, and more. This is all supported by our homegrown AI-driven digital marketing infrastructure that has successfully served hundreds of clients around the world. To learn more, send us a message or call 765-4641.
Hi, good evening, and welcome to Bloodline Podcast. My guest this evening is former National Calypso Queen, Anne-Marie Parks Kojo, aka Twiggy, a veteran in business. Twiggy, welcome.
Good day, Peter, and thank you for having me.
It's the pleasure is all mine. I like that royalty in the house.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. So let's begin with the beginning. Tell me about you, where you're born, where you grew up. Tell me a little bit about your family.
Yeah. Well, Peter, I was born, they used to call the place Lakuhap. It's now Hap Place or T-Street Terrace. They know it as Lakuhap. That's where I was born. But I grew up in Central Trinidad, California. And at the age of 12 years, I left California on my own. Sometimes I still try to remember how I get on the bus and was able to come back to Port of Spain. But somewhere along those 12 years, my mom must have had brought me to Port of Spain. So I remember the route and stuff, and I came to Port of Spain on my own.
Back to Lakuhap?
Back to Lakuhap. Yeah, at my grandmother's home. And that's where I resided until, for a long time. Yeah.
What school and thing?
Yes, so I did go to California government, yeah. And then when I came back to Port of Spain, I went to St. Hilda's. Yeah.
Secondary?
No, not. I have never been to secondary school.
All right.
Yeah, that was primary, yeah, up to the...
So as a little girl growing up and thing, what hobbies you used to enjoy?
Hobbies, well, singing, of course, and play acting. And I was also a dancer. In school, I was the dancer, the lead dancer in any kind of thing. And then we do a little bit of Best Village, at that point in time. But that was my hobbies. At that point, later on in years, though, I like reading and stuff, yeah.
How old were you? I mean, the singing part of you. You always, from a child.
Right. So I always like singing. So in school, that was me. At the time they say we having concert and thing, I was up front, singing and stuff. And then I remember being back in Port of Spain, I was on Auntie K. Yes, I came like second on Auntie K. I'll never forget that. My nice little pink dress and stuff. And I was on Auntie K.
Auntie K is yes. Sunday evening, 2 o'clock.
Thank you. That was it. Yes, I went on Auntie K and stuff. And remember, they used to have Sunday serenade and stuff. I never sang. Yeah, I never, but I always used to go to the show and stuff. So that was 11 o'clock. Right. So I was always, that singing stuff was always like in me, yeah.
Back then, as a young person, who were some of your mentors, in singing and stuff like that? The entertainment thing.
Going back a little bit, I remember in California, right? They used to have this radio and they used to have this big battery.
Radio Fusion?
No, I don't know. I can't remember the name of the thing, but the radio my aunt used to have, and then it used to have this big battery at the side. And they used to be playing Calypso all the time.
Blue punk.
Something, but they used to be playing. But as a little girl, I used to be looking in the radio to see if the people singing. You don't know, so you're looking in the radio. So that, I don't know if that was part of my journey, coming forward and stuff. But I used to be looking at it, and then, so when I leave and come up and stuff, the singing was always there. It was always there. I always like to sing.
And the Calypso part of it. How the Calypso influence come about?
Right.
How that's
Lord Superior, right? Or Brother Superior, as we know him, deceased. He used to have, I used to sing, as a matter of fact, at the age of 15, I started to sing in pubs. As I told you, I was on my own. My mom used to, visit and bring maybe tea and stuff for me to things to eat and stuff. But I was on my own. So I went at the age of 15 and started to sing in night pub. You remember Cowboy Jack, St. Vincent Street? And Lord Superior had a night pub,
Tongue
and Country Club
Yeah,
in
man.
La Puerta in
La
Diego
Puerta,
Martin.
up on the hill.
Right. So I used to sing there myself, Explainer, and the deceased Akil. Brother
Akil.
Right.
Raise your head, Mr. African.
Right.
Yeah.
We used to sing there, and I used to sing there, but rhythm and blues at that point in time. And then one day, I think we had a rehearsal, and I'll never forget, Brother Superior was driving me on Park Street. We were coming up to drop me to the harp, and he said, "But you like Calypso?" I say yes, because he was singing already. I say yes. He said, "Can you sing a song for me?" I say, "Of course." And I started to sing Black Stallion, Martin Luther King. I sang a verse and chorus. He said, "But you could sing Calypso. I'll do a song for you next year." And the next year, I went into Regal Calypso tent. That was my 1974. Regal Calypso tent. That we're higher than this is right now. So that's when I started singing Calypso. But lo and behold, I always thought that the song was Superior's song. But when Superior became 80, when he made 80 years, and they had Carl and Carol place it right here on Calypso Blues, and I went to the function and stuff, and I sang the song, and I said, "Well, it's a song." And then Explainer was also in the audience, and he said, "Yes, I wrote that song." So at that time, that's when I find out Explainer was the writer of my very first song.
Imagine that. May he rest in peace.
Of course.
God and leave us.
Yes.
How was your relationship with Explainer? I mean,
Well, as I said, from that
the
since
first song.
1972, right?
Right.
Singing at Tongue and Country. I used to be an Explainer. I used to live on the Eastern Main Road in Laventille. And myself and his girlfriend, Pat, we were very close. I used to be in Explainer house nearly every day. I met Sedley Joseph, the Penguin Dead. That's where I met Sedley. The deceased Eagle, right? King Austin, we used to call Austin Snow Cone.
Right.
Explainer was coconut at that point in
Yeah,
time.
coconut,
right?
yeah.
Because he was a goalie and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So since that, then he wrote the first song for me, 1974, to get in the tent. After Regal, we went into SOYB, Original Young Brigade.
SWWTU.
Right, SWTU. And the both of us was at that point at that tent. And I was singing there with Sparrow and stuff. After OYB, then Sparrow took over the tent, right? And that year, 1989, it had to be a lady in Trinidad that I came first runner-up under Abby Blackman. Be Young and Moving On in San Fernando. The song was written by Explainer also. It had to be a lady in Trinidad.
But besides Explainer, Superior, Eagle, Stalin.
Oh, well, Stalin came, and that was another history.
Who was some of your other favorite Calypsonians?
Well, I seen that I end up in the OYB, Rose, of course.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Calypso Rose, and then before Rose, we used to sing in Diane. Used to be in Regal Calypso
Diane,
tent. She was there before me, so I always admire Diane. And at that point in time, there were a couple female Calypsonians from the islands. One from Guyana, Lady Guy Mai used to sing in the tent and stuff, and then it had one in Lady Bird. There were a couple, elder female Calypsonian, but Francine and Rose.
And you had Princess as well.
And Princess.
Yeah.
That was it, yeah.
She was a strong,
strong, yeah.
Over the years, what has been your best Calypsonian, your favorite, your best of yours?
My Calypso.
Yeah. Who's your favorite? I want my man up on me.
So
I
Peter,
feel
you're
like I want my man up
you're
under me.
asking that you know, right? But I must, I had to go back to Obama because Obama's took me. I mean, it was a kind of high point, and why? Because the kind of recognition Obama got in Trinidad, right? And I went straight to the Mashra with that song, Up Under Me. Really, really, I don't know why people didn't grasp this song in Trinidad, but Up Under Me was on the charts on WLIB when it was WLIB for a whole week in New York. I remember I was so excited when it got on the charts, and I called my husband. I said, call the radio station and tell them. And when he called somebody, they told him, we will see what we could do. So it never got that recognition as at that point in time on the radio and stuff. But the people, the public of Trinidad and Tobago, both men and women, love that song. Yeah.
And your husband is always there as your psychic.
From then to now, Up Under Me.
The Calypso Queen success. The Monarch success. How has that been for you? I mean...
the first Calypso Queen, Jack and Wack Calypso Queen 1985, right? And those songs people always feel is Up Under Me, but it's not. I sang that because Up Under Me was way after that, was Life, and I just slipped the next song, but it was Life. Relator was one of the judges I'll never forget that competition. It was held at SWWTU Hall also. And then again in 2009, when I came with Obama, I won the Calypso Queen competition.
Well, imagine that. That is what 12 years have passed since Obama was.
Yes.
Look at just the other day you sing that. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so we reached the part of the interview. This is my favorite part. I call this blood pressure. I ask you some questions and you make choices.
Okay.
Okay? Ready? Pizza or gyro?
Pizza.
Macaroni pie or potato salad?
I'll go with the pie.
Pie. Seafood or steak?
Seafood, my dear.
Beach or river?
I would prefer the river.
Tobago by boat or by plane?
I like the boat, Yeah, I like the boat here.
Christmas or carnival?
Ah, boy. The boat, trust me. The boat, and for different reasons, trust me, yeah.
Shopping in the mall or shopping on Charlotte Street?
Well. I love Charlotte Street, That's we just call it Charlotte Avenue. No, we
Charlotte
just call
Boulevard.
it. Yeah, we from Tukuda say Charlotte Boulevard or Avenue.
Charlotte
yes.
Boulevard. Pantsuits or evening gowns?
African
wear. Ethnic wear. Romance movies or horror?
Romance.
Miami or New York?
Maybe because my family more in but then it's family both ways. When you say Miami, New York to live or something, or
shopping
just to shopping,
Lyman,
New York.
New York. Okay, you answered the questions very well.
Thank you.
How's your blood pressure?
Good.
Today's podcast is sponsored by Caribbean Spring Water, natural alkaline spring water from the Northern Range. I have fond memories of you performing with Stalin.
Yes.
Tell me about that relationship. You and the black man.
Right. So I think it's after I think it could be right after Calypso Queen competition or something like that. I met Stalin at Face to Panyard. Right? I knew him, around, go and see him sing in the tent. I remember the tent before Spectacular, there was a tent over the road.
That was Kitchener, too?
Right, Kitchener, and he was an MC at the tent.
Yeah, right.
I used to go there and listen to him and stuff. Right, so we met there, and then somebody, you know, said, well, this is Twiggy and stuff and thing. And he said, I hear you singing a song, you know, and I needed to come and I needed to come and join us and stuff. And with Roy Cape. And from then, that was it. You know, we did a lot of tours. I was able to see Europe, a bit of Europe under Roy Cape and Black Stallion. We did North America. We did some beautiful SOBs in Manhattan, Songs of Brazil. We did the Blue it's a jazz club. We did that and really opened for some beautiful people, because that SOBs we opened for Burning Spear. So I was able to meet these people. You know, it was really a great experience. And then what was nice about it, we Spectacular at that time will bring us back to Trinidad to do some beautiful concert at the hall at that point in time at Spectacular Forum, and we had a beautiful relationship.
I remember I always cherish seeing you and Silent sing We Come to Fight
Stay Giving Praises. Yes,
oh my
yes.
goodness.
It was originally done by Ella Andel,
yes,
Sister Ella,
yes.
and but on tour and stuff, we always do that song together, and it used to be beautifully
the Calypso
accepted.
The Calypso tents from back in the days, even today, has predominantly been a male-dominated community.
Yeah, but you can't see up to today.
No, what I'm saying is,
Yes.
I'm coming to that question. Like administration-wise and thing, you have people like Jazzy Panton, Sid Taylor, Sonny Woodley, right? Claude Martino,
yes.
right? William Monroe, right? Calypso Tents. But you very much in the administrative side of Calypso Tents.
Yes, I am.
Tell me about that role. How
Yes.
you know, in our male-dominated thing, how it manage all them men with egos and
you have it right.
yeah. How you manage? How you
Calypsonians,
successfully
my
do that?
brother
You
and sisters Calypsonians. It's not an easy bunch, you know.
I-
but I
boy,
love
tell
them.
me
I
about
love
it.
them all.
Yeah.
Trust me. And you know, it's I feel elated to really be doing this. Being a part management for Kaiso House for a number of years.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And now that the manager of the tent has passed, Brother Resistance,
Yes.
I am now managed the
Right.
head management of the tent together with the rest of the staff, with the rest of the group. But it has have its ups and downs. Trust me, I get cussed. Even from the old explainer. Oh God,
Yeah.
don't cuss me out. I get cussed. But you know, it had a, you know, but one thing, I don't carry anything. I don't carry no grudges and thing. They come and maybe past 2 days, I still look at you, you're so damn straight. Wait is you? You're cussing and getting on so you understand? But it's a challenge at times, especially when it comes to the auditions and stuff. It's
I
a
can
challenge.
imagine.
Yes, you know, but
Because you have
I manage
you have
it.
1,000 people coming for thing and
Definitely,
you could only
definitely.
pick 2
right, and then Kaiso House has always been a big cast, you know.
Yes, I know.
And it has been difficult. I remember Resistance having to carry that for a number of years, but he said to you, what am I going to do?
No, you have to. No, you have
they
to
gonna
carry.
sing. They had to sing, you know.
Yeah.
You know, that is one of the things, you know, he said they had to sing. So, but it's good. One of the things I feel good about too is that, like, the people like Poser and Explainer, even Brother Valentino, you know, they give me full respect. And it's good to know that I can give back that respect to these brothers and them, yeah.
What about your role in Tuku?
Right, that Tuko again
There's
managed
a different hat to wear. Yeah.
hat for a number of years, maybe 20-something years as now, but it's been challenging too a lot of times. But we had the team was so tight with myself, Brother Resistance, that executive. We have a new dispensation going forward now, and we're trying to work things out. But through Tuko, I have put a lot of my career on the side, you know, trying to, because for the organization, I love the organization, and I really wanted to see the organization. There was nothing that I figured that is too much for me to do for my organization. Sometimes we have in a show, they say, but Twiggy, you don't have to do. I could do it. Because at the end of the day, I want them to say, you know, Tuko had a good show, and Tuku did that and whatnot. So that was my
which leads me to my next question. How a little woman like you, that's the name Twiggy, that manage family life, right? You have your man up on there. Family life, Tuko, Calypso House, performing, seeing about business abroad.
Yes.
How do you manage all them things? We take a lot of vitamins.
Praises to the Most High, praises to the Most High, and the support from my husband and my children. You understand? Because if you notice, they and all came into the flow.
Yes.
You know, Lani came, left her. You know, came into the thing. So the support was always there. Sometimes they and all this, mom, you don't have to be doing all this thing and you think, I said, leave it alone. Once I collapse, I could be good.
Yeah.
You understand? So that support, the family support is very important, you know?
What has been your most memorable stage moment? Okay, give me two times when you were on that stage and you like was in heaven.
Skinner Park, with that same Obama. And the night of the Queen, when I won the Queen in 2009, I don't look, my pause raising right now. I don't know what happened that night. But and it was like something magical, because from the time I enter the dressing room and stuff, one of the contestants, I think is one of the contestants, and I say, wow, you look like a queen already. You look like you win already. I say, okay, you know, but good luck to everybody. And something happened to me on that stage that, you know, it shows in the photo that I was off of the ground. And the person captured that thing. And as I say that, I remember Tigress. Tigress was by the door and she was like, you know, like amazed and thing. And then the deceased brother, Dagger, he got up. When the audience has a thing, he got up and he look at the audience like that. He say, wow. So you know that something magical happened that night. Yes. So that was one of my fun moments.
What advice do you have to give to a young woman who wants to become Calypso and enter that Calypso business? Right.
So you have to respect yourself so that others could respect you, because as you were saying just now, was a male dominated when I started, you know, but look at it. I was able now, after all these years, to be even manager to some of the males that I came through, right? And I always tell myself, if at some point I had slipped up, that respect would have not been there, right? So you had to respect yourself and know your worth and what it is you want. You understand? Because at the end of the day, you want to sing, but you don't have to sell yourself to sing and whatnot. What's going to happen at the end of the day? You understand? If you have a good song, it's going to do good anyway. Because one thing I know, and resistance is you can't stop a good calypso. A good calypso, when a calypso is being sung and it's good, that calypso going. No matter what anybody do, that calypso going. So once you know your worth, you know.
Well, besides all these fun hats you wear, right? I don't know how you do it. Boom! You come and add radio presenter to it.
Oh, good. Yes.
You know how much
Brother Resistance again.
Is Resistance set you up in that?
Yeah, boy. Resistance, come and do something with men. I say, I could do that, boy. You see, what you mean if you could do that, you could do it? I say, all right, I go try. And from then till now, boy, that's the way.
That makes my Saturdays, right? Before Kid Diaz come in the pan at 4 o'clock.
Right.
But from 2 o'clock, I tune into that.
Yes.
You know, how does experience has been a radio presenter?
It's
fun.
It's a learning and it's
have fun.
It's have great
I
fun.
just tell you on the radio.
Yes, and my the what I get from it is when people, sometimes I talking to somebody down the road and somebody will pass and say, Miss, use the lady on the radio. By my voice, you know, I say, wow, you know, you're doing a good job. That little stay I went to Miami, the much of people on the plane.
I missed you.
People on the plane, you're doing a wonderful job. Keep it up and stuff. And that is my inspiration. I mean, as a woman, I tell you again, it goes back to my husband again with the support. Because a Saturday morning, you know, you had to be hustling. Sometimes I even cook. He had to take me to the radio station. You understand? So he understand that role.
You know, if you're in one room and I'm in the next room and you laugh,
you know, well,
I know it's you.
Oh my God.
On the radio,
listen,
and you
Peter,
say,
I was in Emancipation in the Savannah, and Miss Joanne Rowley out in wherever she living in the States, and hear my voice on her phone. She talking to a lady and tell the lady, stop and go back by that person. I sure that is Twiggy.
You see what I mean?
I see my voice. It's people is so recognized.
That's true.
Yes, it's true. But it's a pleasure. And again, I want to say thanks, Mr. You say you ain't going from that program, and Mr. Ian Leasing. He's given a real support with that.
You are the life of that program.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And your knowledge of the history of Calypso too.
Yes.
You know,
I'm still learning. I have a lot, yes.
Yeah, but you teach as well. You know?
Right.
So you're a teacher as well.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So we talk about radio and stuff like that. The media. Calypso, a lot has transpired. Traditional Calypso, and my point of view, it being threatened. Right? Calypso tents.
Yes, Calypso
are being threatened. Right? What do you think is needed to enhance the Calypso profile, Calypso popularity, Calypso relevance in the media? And when I say media, I mean TV, radio, digital, across the board. What needs to be done?
This is a thing we've been battling with. The
I know
myself, Brother Resistance.
And Superior.
And yes, we've been battling with this because the audience in the tent has dwindled, right? But if you look at some of the reasons the audience dwindled, Peter, if you remember, I always used to remember to say women used to bring the husband to the tent. But we go in Calypso tent on a Friday night. One of the things too, they will listen to the radio and hear the songs, and then they say, oh, God, boy, I want to go to the tent to hear that song. So they will come to the tent. Now the radio is not playing as much Calypsos as it is used to. You more hear the soca and stuff. Another thing people they say, maybe the soca artist supposed to come in the tent and whatnot and stuff. We tried that. We had Bunchy in the tent. We had this one in the tent.
Yeah, that didn't work.
The people who follow these people, they don't come to the tent. They go to the party.
Yeah.
You understand? And the thing has changed so much. It's changed because there's an age group now. You will see them on the avenue. They're not coming to no Calypso tent. And most of the people who used to come to the tent has passed that era. So
that's very sad.
I'm telling you.
That's
so
very sad.
The other thing is the type of Calypsos. The type of Calypsos. I think we had to bring back a little more theater. Remember, we talk about Princess and Blakey, right? They used to have theater in the tent, so maybe we had to bring back a little theater.
Bill Trotman
and see, right?
You Kitchener?
Right, yes.
When Kitchener sing Cockroach in a petticoat.
Right, in a petticoat and stuff. Sparrow will always have some kind of thing. We need to sing King Kong and all these things. We always had something, so something we had to be done. But I think it gets so political and hardcore because, again, we used to have political Calypsos. Sparrow has some of the most political Calypso, but you could dance to it. It always have a nice music behind it and stuff. But when you... So I don't want to have nobody, I ain't calling no name, I ain't lashing nobody, but I'm talking in general. So
composition
composition and stuff and thing. So it takes a lot, and we really, really hope that something will change where the Calypso
I hope it change.
You know?
I just have a couple more questions for you.
Sure.
Calypso History Month.
This month, October.
Right, we're coming to the end of October.
Yes.
So what plans?
Well, it's not what plans again. It should have been planned way before this, right?
What taking place? What the public could look forward to? What the public
I know one thing they could look forward to is the extempo. We started Calypso History Month with the prayer service. We had that, right? And what happens to some of the artists they will have their own private show, and we also put that in the calendar for the Calypso History Month, right? Unfortunately, I got a call yesterday that Central Bank always do something for Calypso Month.
Yes, I know that. They're not doing this
No,
year.
they asked, they told me that they cancel this one.
That show is a fantastic show.
Right, beautiful. It was going to they were going to do a Taste of Blacks to honor blacks,
Wow.
but
That would have
they
been
canceled. It would have
beautiful.
been beautiful, right? So they say they're going to do something big for next year, and I think Tuco, I think what happened, people didn't get the hype from Tuco, because we used to be there, that used to be a drive Calypso History Month from since a couple months before, and you're driving straight into Calypso History Month. So we have the classic Russo with Mark John, Contender, and all these extempo people that's going to do the extemporama on the 5th, and that's going to be held at Lion Civic Center.
Okay.
Right? Stacey Sobers is also doing something at the Central Bank.
Crackers and cheese.
No, she's doing we love Calypso since we small.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, crackers
right.
and cheese, yeah.
Is it right? So that's it. I think Hamidullah is doing a thing at
Cafe Blue.
Cafe Blue.
Okay.
So we have people doing this separate stuff here into Calypso.
Okay, just one more
here.
question. For Twiggy? What lies ahead for Twiggy?
Well,
what's the future holds for
I
Twiggy?
didn't 2000, we now in 2002, right? But the last time we had Calypso tent, I didn't perform, I didn't sing. Right? I as you was asking, sometimes how you do all this thing, but sometimes the body could tell you when you're doing too much, take a rest. And I started to feel it, because sometimes I go on the stage and I'm studying, well, I didn't do this and I didn't do that, and forget my lines. You understand? So take a little break, and I hoping for 2023 to do something.
I'm missing you say,
yeah.
Well, we had COVID, so we had no tent. So we had 3 years.
Right, and then we had the Taste of Carnival. I just do the managing part of that. So hopefully, only the children and them, they up there. I know if I want to compete with them and stuff.
Yeah.
But I tell them, I say, I ain't give up the stage yet, so yeah.
Twiggy, I must thank you so very much for being my guest this evening.
Thank you so much,
Keep
Peter.
up the good work.
I miss you from the mass camp days, every Wednesday.
Yeah,
oh,
man, mass camp program.
Yeah,
but Carl really trying.
Carl really, yes,
trying,
Carl
boy.
now, yes.
Carl trying.
Yeah.
And Cafe Blue.
Yeah. I really want to commend them, yes. Yeah.
Thanks for being my guest.
Thank you so much, Peter.
You have been viewing Bloodline Podcast. My guest this evening has been Anne-Marie Parks Kojo, known in the Calypso arena as Twiggy, the former national Calypso Queen. Thanks for viewing. Have a good evening. Ciao.
Digitize and monetize with iEnt Live, the only platform that provides complete digital support for entertainers, promoters, businesses, and entrepreneurs. Leverage our one-stop digital ecosystem that will allow you to promote your music, sell albums, and host paid events, host webinars and sell courses, promote your concerts, sell tickets and live stream events, and market your business or project to generate new customer leads, traffic, and more. This is all supported by our homegrown AI-driven digital marketing infrastructure that has successfully served hundreds of clients around the world. To learn more, send us a message or call 765-4641.